Welcome back to episode 24 of Off the Wall podcast. I'm your host, Bobby, joined by Matt and Melo. You got a packed episode today. Got to talk about everything that happened this week, and we have an interview with Kevin Chan, Melo's old coach, Chanterprise on Instagram. He's with Momentum, Eric Sims guy, video editor, all that stuff, videographer. Wow, that word didn't come out. But yeah, that was awesome. That went very well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm sure it was fun for Melo catching up with his coach, right?
Yeah, it felt good talking to my old coach again. We've both come a long way from that damn high school in Glendale, California. I'm happy to see that he's doing well and he's very successful.
Yeah. No, that was cool. That'll be a little later on in this episode. We're going to touch on a few things, though, that have happened throughout Major League Baseball within the past week since the last time we recorded. I hate to bring it up, but since the last time we recorded, we haven't had the chance to talk about this. We'll spend a very short time on this. That your Philadelphia Phillies, they just didn't get a hit on Friday night.
They did not.
For all 9 innings.
A single
hit.
Oh,
all 9 innings.
Yeah. No hitter against the Mets. Embarrassing, to say the least. I mean, we couldn't even get a hit off of Ed Luz Diaz. And it was, just straight up embarrassing. This is the Phillies team that's supposed to be built around offense and high octane offense, and who cares about defense and pitching? Well, we'll figure that out, and we can't even get a hit against the Mets. So
yeah,
definitely disappointing to say.
Yeah, it's tough when you don't get a hit in any part of the game. It's very tough to win that way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the Mets walking 4 in a row to get a run across that way. And even so, the Mets put up quite a few runs in their games, so 1 run would not probably be enough. So honestly, for the Phillies, getting shut out is sort of a disappointment. Like I said, with this team that's supposed to be offense built, not getting a run is a disappointment. So not getting a single hit is even more disappointing.
Yeah.
Matt, I know how you feel. We got no hit against the Cubs last year. We did.
Really?
It was a combined no hitter at Dodger Stadium.
When like in the June. Whole no hitters, right? All the no hitters that happened last year. Yes, I forgot about that. But yeah. Sorry, we just had to address it. You had to make your statement as the Phillies fan here.
State of the Union.
I'm sorry, but it had to be addressed.
It hurt to watch it. Well, not watch it live, but to see it happen.
Be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know it must have hurt. We didn't hear from Matt for a few days.
And then Melo, your team didn't get no hit, but
not yet.
Clayton Kershaw crowned the all-time leader strikeouts in Dodgers history. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This has been a very long time coming. If you would have told me that when we were watching this kid as a rookie in 2008, that he would become the all-time strikeout leader for the Dodgers, I would have said, you're crazy. I'm just being honest. He had high potential. He was a high draft pick, but it's a lot to ask for a little rookie like that. But as you know, I have a job at Dodger Stadium, so I was fortunate enough to be there. I was working.
You were a part of it. You were a big part of it.
I was a part of it, yes. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it happen on the field. I had to look at a TV screen above me, and I told my mom this. It was kind of a joke. I was just laughing. I was serving beer. I was giving somebody a beer, and I was in tears. I was like, just take the beer and get out of here. Let me have my moment. Yeah, so it was very special. Dodger fans went crazy for he got about a good minute standing ovation after that. And it was funny because there wasn't 3 outs in the inning. He had just gotten the first out, and he said after the game that he wasn't expecting a big standing ovation like that. He didn't think any of us even cared that much. Because if you go watch the video, which that was kind of a slap in the face. When you go watch the video, he gets the strikeout. Everybody's going crazy, but Kershaw just wants the damn ball back because he wants to, go pitch again.
Of course.
But he had to acknowledge the crowd and couldn't be happier for him.
Yeah.
Next stop, Cooperstown.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that this offseason, I don't remember if you were worried if he was going to leave or not, but there was so much speculation that he was going to leave. And then now, obviously, he's back with the Dodgers and making Dodger history where he belongs. And every baseball fan agrees with that too. Except Rangers fans, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I was worried because it's like we were in a lockout. There was no timetable when the season was going to start. So he was home. He was home in Texas with his family. So he had to figure that he was maybe getting a little bit too comfortable at home. He's like, you know what? I wouldn't mind finishing my career here. But he made the right decision of staying home in LA. And hopefully he finishes in a Dodger uniform.
It worked out. Great moment for Dodger fans. Good job, Melo. You played a big part of it.
Yes, I did. I've been there through all the bad times. I can name them all for you right now. NLDS, Game 1, Cardinals. Game 5, 2017, Astros. I've been there for all the bad ones, but I've been there for the good ones too.
Hats off. He couldn't have done it without you.
Yes, obviously. With my support, having my jersey. I've always said that I have my Clayton Kershaw jersey. I'm going to be there in Cooperstown when he gets into the Hall of Fame, and I'm going to wear that jersey. Or hopefully he'll sign it, and I'm going to take it with me.
Okay. We'll get him on the podcast and ask him about it.
Oh, if we get him on the podcast, I'll cry the whole time. I'll be crying somewhere in the corner. Just being honest.
All right. Another shout out, another record broken this week. This one was more recently, just yesterday or a couple days ago. I don't know. I can't keep track. Dusty Baker, 2,000th career win, 12th manager of all time to reach that, and the first black manager to do that. Incredible accomplishment. I mean, just shows how long he's been in the game and how successful he's been. So hats off to Dusty Baker.
I mean, 2,000 games. That's insane. 162 games in a year. And obviously you're doing good if you win 100 a year. That's 20 years, 20 100-win years right there. Obviously he's been in the league, like you said, for a long time. So hats off to Dusty, even though he's coaching for the Astros. And
yeah, I didn't want to bring that up. I was just going to let that go, but you said it.
Well, I mean, listen, he also coached for the Nationals, and obviously he's got a lot of wins against my Phillies. So
Reds.
Not ideal, but it's still a great feat. So I'll put the dislike for all the wins against the Phillies aside and give props to Dusty for it.
Yeah, he's been a manager since '93. He's managed the Giants, Cubs, Reds, Nationals, and Astros.
He's taken a lot of bad teams to the promised land.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I did say promised land, but unfortunately, he doesn't have the brass ring.
Yes.
He doesn't have the ultimate baseball prize, a world championship, but 2,000 wins is nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazing, incredible accomplishment. It was a cool moment too after the game. Everyone was coming down and everyone was celebrating with him in front of the dugout on the field. Just a very cool moment. The 12th manager ever to do that. That's insane. So hats off to Dusty Baker. Oh, no.
Can you guys name another manager who has 2,000?
I'm not going to answer that because I just looked at the list. I'll be honest.
Damn it.
I'll be honest.
Okay. Matt, do you know another one?
You should.
Yeah. He's a current manager.
I probably would have gotten 3 or 4. Honestly.
Joe Madden?
No.
Okay. Trying to think of old managers.
Once we say it, you'll be
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Atta Boy.
You guys know where La Russa is on that list?
Isn't he behind? No, didn't he just get to? No, I'm not gonna pretend like I know.
I'm just guessing.
3rd.
Third. Okay.
Tony La Russa has 2,728 career wins behind John McGraw and Connie Mack. No one will ever reach Connie Mack's record of 3,731. But
You know who
Bochy, I'm sorry, go.
That's what you just said. I was thinking of that because like he just got to 2,000 and then he retired.
Yeah.
That was Bruce Bochy.
Bochy only has 2,003. So if everything goes as planned for the Astros and Dusty Baker, he should pass Bruce Bochy this year.
Well, I mean, as long as they don't pull the Reds for the rest of the season.
Yeah. We'll dive right into that.
Nice transition.
Great transition. The Reds are now
stinking it up.
It is, what is it today? May 5th.
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
The Reds are now 3-22.
The Reds don't even have Cinco wins so far. Come on, man.
You would think if you don't have 5 wins by Cinco de Mayo, it's
pretty bad.
That's an issue. But yes, Jeff Passan put out a tweet earlier today. They have scored an NL worst 79 runs in 25 games so far. Just over 3 runs a game. Not good. And if they doubled that number, it would still be fewer runs than they've allowed. They've allowed 166 runs through 25 games so far, which is ridiculous. Over 6 runs a game. And they have a team ERA of 6.9.
It's terrible.
I don't get it.
Baseball team shouldn't be this bad. Like, baseball is the one sport, I guess maybe basketball, but baseball especially, where like any given day, the worst team can beat the best team once throughout the season. And the Reds are like, 3 wins for the whole season. And I know we talked about it last week, but still, I'm going to go back to it. 2 wins in their opening series and 1 since then. That's terrible. That is terrible.
Yeah. I don't get it. I really don't. And I don't know. Everyone's been making a big deal about the Oakland attendance. Does anyone know how the Cincinnati attendance is? And if it's not as bad as Oakland, why are fans still showing up to the Reds games?
Because they play in a nice ballpark.
Yeah, but like, I wouldn't want to go support the Reds and see the Reds at this point, because if the A's fans have been vocal in saying that they're like protesting the team ownership, I guess, of like not trying, the Reds fans should do the same exact thing. It sucks because I know Cincinnati has a good fan base and stuff like that.
It's hard.
But like seeing a team like this put out like that, like it's horrible.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I saw a tweet earlier today that tickets for these Red games are going for as much as $1.
You're lying.
No.
Wow.
Now, if we're on the topic of tickets, I don't know if our promo code ATD, I don't know if that'll work.
You might get money back.
Yeah.
They give you.
Yeah. It's almost like SeatGeek will pay you to go to a Reds game at this point.
We'll have to ask them about that.
Yes.
But if you want to try.
For other events.
Yes. Or just buy seats right behind home plate, go to the Reds game, or don't see them at an away game or something.
When they come to your city.
Exactly. It'll be like a Cincinnati Red store. But use code ATD at SeatGeek. $20 off your first purchase. We'll look into that. Maybe they give money away if tickets are that cheap in Cincinnati.
I'm sure you can, somewhere in Cincinnati, somebody's like, hey, just take my damn tickets. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cincinnati. Bengals training camp starts in August. Hopefully you guys can wait. Or July, really. You'll make it.
And the Reds were I mean, they made the playoffs in 2020, the pandemic year, but they've been relatively good, like in recent years. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but it's not like they've been a horrible team for years.
2 years ago in 2019, we were talking about, or what years? 3 years ago, we were talking about how they were on the up.
Yeah.
They're on the uprise. Like this is the team to watch out in the next couple years.
Just trade away Jesse Winker and
Yeah,
Let
Daniel
Castellanos go.
Suarez.
I
Yeah.
think I saw this recently. Castellanos was on with Chris Rose on Chris Rose's show on John Boy, and he was saying that the Reds didn't even call him or something like that. They didn't say anything to him. So they obviously had no interest in bringing him back. But it's horrible. It's disgusting. We said it in the off season or before the season started. Yeah. How it's just horrible what the Reds are doing. Their sell, and it's showing on the field right now.
If your team, anybody who's listening, if you got the Cincinnati Reds coming on your schedule, those are free wins right there.
Yeah, the Brewers just absolutely destroyed them the past
Last
couple
night.
games. And even
Or 2 nights
today,
ago.
yeah, today
Yeah, today too.
they hit oh, how many home runs did they hit? They hit 6 home runs today or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, the Brewers hit 6 home runs today against the Reds.
So much for the dead ball.
Well, the Reds pitching apparently just it doesn't even matter. But yeah, enough talking about the Reds. I don't want to talk about the Reds anymore. They don't deserve anything else that comes out of our mouth.
I mean, we did mention that this might turn into a weekly Reds update.
Oh yeah,
See where
we
they're
should-
at.
we
Like
should
if they
do
go
that.
like on a 2-game winning streak, we're gonna be the first ones praising them on here.
We might be. We might be. We
Go
should go
get
week by
an
week.
Aquino
We should
jersey.
go. We should go week by week and see how many runs they give up every week, and see their weekly ERA update. The weekly Reds team ERA update.
If no one will talk about the Reds, we will.
Yes.
Maybe not in the best way, but we'll throw them in there somehow.
So 2 teams. I have to bring this up. 2 teams that have been extremely hot. I'm going to
Your
talk
Los
about my New
Angeles
York
Dodgers.
Yankees.
Oh God.
We're going to talk about the 2 New York teams real quick. The Yankees, I mean, they lost, but they had an 11-game win streak.
Oh my
That was
God,
pretty
I
cool.
forgot about that.
That was pretty cool. They won 11 straight games. I actually said this, I believe, last episode, or the episode before this, whatever it was. A lot of people are giving them shit because they're beating up on bad teams. But
It's your job.
it's your job.
That's your job. When you're playing bad teams, you just got to beat them. So
Yeah.
they're on your schedule. It's no different than playing a hard team. I mean, sure, the competitiveness is different, but your goal's the same. You're just going to have to beat them.
Yeah. Because I think we were talking about it, like, I don't want to bring this up, but like, it's a perfect example. Like, didn't the Dodgers play the Diamondbacks? Was that who it was last week that they lost the series to, or
Lost
whatever
2
it
out
was?
of 3.
Yeah. And then how the Yankees didn't do good against the Orioles last year. Like, you have to beat up on the good teams. That's what good teams do, and like take advantage of that. And Yankees winning 11 in a row, that's huge. Like just being on a winning streak is just a huge confidence boost. It obviously helped the team out a lot. And now I don't know if they still have one of the best records in baseball at this point, whatever it is. That's all I'll have to say. Aaron Judge finally stepping up. Shout out Aaron Judge. Anyone
Contract
else?
year.
Yeah, exactly. I said that we were on
On the
Instagram
live
live.
yesterday.
Yes, were you? I wasn't sure if you were on there, but he's stealing bases. It's the hardest I've ever seen him play. He's playing center field like every day too. Why don't you?
I'm
do this
happy
all
for
the
you,
time?
Bobby. Bobby, you get to see a winning team.
Yeah.
How about
well,
that?
Again, it's April. I'm not, or May. I'm not getting too.
I mean,
excited.
an 11-game winning streak's not nothing.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But then we're gonna go. We could talk about the other New York team real quick. The New York Mets. 18-9.
Cue the music.
They had a good pitching performance last week that we're not going to talk about again. But
Oh, okay. I was like, yeah, we already did.
Yep. See what I got to put up with, guys. This is what I got to deal with.
hey, all I was going to say the Phillies are about to win against the Mets, but the Mets have scored 4 runs in the top of the ninth to almost come back.
Yeah, they're still gonna win.
No, yeah, okay. But yeah, they're Phillies are beating them now, so it's all good. But the Mets are hitting, pitching, they're doing everything right. I know we've said this multiple times about they're the champions of April, but how confident are you guys that the New York Mets are a very good team? Or how good are the Mets?
Take your Phillies hat off, Matt. Take your Phillies hat off for a quick second.
No, I'm gonna be honest here. As a Phillies fan of the team that's sitting in 4th place in the NL East right now, you have to give them their due respect. 18-9, haven't lost a series yet this year. Without Jacob deGrom so far, pitchers have been stepping up. You may hear about one in specific later on in the episode. But they've been doing great so far. I mean, hey, they got rid of some baggage. They dropped Robinson Cano off the ship.
Mr. PD, man.
Saves him or not, I don't know, but it seems to all be coming together for them this year, like it was supposed to last year almost, and they got even better. So,
Melo?
Obviously, I have no dog in this fight because my team doesn't share the division with the Mets. But I know a lot of people like to dump on them when they're losing, especially when they have like a decent team. But for me, looking on the outside, when the Mets are winning games, they're really fun to watch. They're really fun for me personally. I don't know. It's because I live across the country, so I get to see a lot of these games in the afternoon. But for me, Mets are fun. You got everybody, Lindor. You got Pete Alonso. Those are some fun guys to play with. I like him. I like the Mets.
Bobby,
That's
they're
all.
not in your division, but
No,
they're in your city.
You share a city with
I
them.
don't hate the Mets. Is that bad that I don't hate the Mets? I've never really hated the Mets. I don't.
Not as long as they're not better than you.
Correct.
I mean, yeah,
I
we
would.
see you at a lot of Met games, so
Okay, this might come on. I'm trying to think of a good way to say this. With the exception of like 2015, 26. When were they in the NLCS? And
2015 they got
And-
to the NLCS. They got to the World Series.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
weren't they in the NLCS?
2016 they lost a wild card game to the Giants.
Oh, then never mind. Okay, with the exception of like 2015, they've never really been like a very good team. So I don't really think of them as like anything. Like if they were a better team, I think I would probably dislike them more and hate them more. But I'm surrounded by tons of Mets fans, so I watch like a lot of Mets games. Like a bunch of my friends are. If they were a better team, I think the Yankees and Mets comparison would be a lot more vocal and like now it's definitely going to be like more of a talk, but I feel like the Mets are always kind of irrelevant in the Yankees' eyes. I don't know if that's like weird to say or not.
Their little brother. They're
Yes. Yeah.
on a bigger scale, they're the Clippers to the Lakers. It's
Absolutely.
not quite that, but
Yeah.
live update: the Mets have taken the lead over the Phillies now. So, after I just said that wouldn't happen, but by the time you're listening to this podcast, you'll know the outcome of the game. So, congratulations.
7th runs in the 9th inning.
Yeah, and
They were
John Heyman just tweeted
they were
Mets rally for 7 runs in the 9th inning to erase 7-1 deficit and take 8-7 lead.
who was pitching?
That's what I'm wondering.
Come
on, we got
on.
rid of
Familia and Canade. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, now they're all coming in. Look, Bleacher Report: Phillies collapse versus Mets. Jesus
Uh-huh.
Christ.
Oh man.
Oh no, Familia
Enough
was
of
not.
this.
Who's James Norwood, and why was he pitching? Probably because it was
Because we
7.
were winning 7-1. That's why. Come on. You got to get the kids off the bench and let them play a little bit.
And then
too.
Corey Knable led up 4. That's just a shame. That's not a great
Melo,
look.
your
I'm glad we
guy.
let him walk.
No.
I'm glad we let him walk.
Oh no, that's rough. All right, well,
Yeah, we'll get off this.
all right, well that's it for the episode today. Matt has to go.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I don't know. I've always felt like the Mets were like a little brother that I really didn't think much about them. Like I never really compared the Yankees and the Mets. I don't know.
It's fair.
Even though the Yankees really haven't done shit either, but like they haven't done anything. They haven't been to a World Series since 2009. But I don't know. It just always seems that the Yankees are just superior to the Mets, and I don't know if that's accurate or just me being a Yankee fan.
I mean, we have the same thing out here with the Angels. You guys have heard me say, I know not this year, they're off to a good start. We'll get into that later, but I've said this 1,000 times. You're gonna hear it from me again. Like the Angels, again, they haven't done anything. They haven't won a World Series since 2002, and they've only made the playoffs twice, I
Yeah,
think. And
under Mike
since
Trout. Yeah,
yeah, so twice. So it's like the Angels don't bother us Dodger fans because one, they've been so bad for so long, and two, they play 45 minutes from where we are to an hour.
yeah,
So it's like we kind of ignore them.
right.
And it shows. It shows in the newspaper. It shows here. They never talk about them on the newspaper. They do, but they're in the
Until
back of
now,
the
and
newspaper. Yeah.
before Shohei, probably.
Yeah, now that Shohei's here, like he's starting to, the Angels are starting to creep back in.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll save what I have to say about the Angels for later because I think you guys are going to be surprised.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into the Kevin Chan interview. It's gonna be awesome. All right, here it is. Kevin Chan.
Just to hold on. Sorry, before you cut off, just to preview. This is all you need to know. Kevin basically said that I could have been a pro player. That's all you need to know. That's it. I'm just summing up what he said.
You'll hear the truth in this interview. Here it is. Welcome a special guest to Off the Wall, Kevin Chan, Chanterprise. What's going on?
Good. How are you guys? Yeah. We're small bunt the ball, guys.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah. It's good to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, of course. So we got Kevin on, and it's funny. There's a little connection here. You used to coach Melo, right, when he was in high school?
Yeah. I coached Melo a little bit in high school. I coached him a little bit in the summer. I didn't directly coach him during the spring seasons because I was the varsity coach and he was on JV. But he was part of my program, and it's cool to see things kind of come full circle. So
Yeah.
Yeah, he personally told me for starters that I'm the best player he's ever seen. So he told me that one time. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah, in my defense, it was I had never seen Melo play before, so I had to give him some seasoning down in JV, and then all of a sudden when I realized he was raking, I was like, man, I really should have brought him up. So,
but yeah, he's
everybody knows.
Is that confirmed? Are you really the best player, Melo, that he's ever seen?
No.
I don't know if that's true.
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's not true at all.
I thought you were just gonna keep rolling with it.
No.
You should have just kept rolling with it. There was
I
no
humbled
reason.
myself. I mean, I did hit the ball pretty hard and pretty far. So
Of course.
I will confirm that. Yes.
Okay.
There were a couple times that he got a hold of one that I was like, wow, yeah, like this kid can play. And there's like, I'm wondering why he hadn't played with us for a while. So
I appreciate that. Yeah, these other two guys never give me any credit, so it feels good.
No, we have no confirmation. We could say anything. But just real quick, how did you get into the whole coaching aspect? I guess you didn't do that. How long did you do that for?
yeah. So I don't know. I guess try and make my story as quick as possible. So things for me kind of came full circle. I had always done video on the side, and then I worked with some YouTube groups before, Wong Fu Productions and Just Kidding Films, and then after working with them, I was like, you know what, like, what do I really want to do? And so part of it was like baseball was always a big passion of mine, and so I was like, well, like, I want to get into coaching because I really enjoy like giving back to the community, want to like just do those things, and so long story short, from that, somebody I knew had a connection with the coach that was going to be at Glendale High, and where Melo went to high school, and yeah, spent about 5-6 years at Glendale High. Last 2 years were I was the head coach of the varsity team there, and yeah, like pretty much just went from that, and then fast forward a little bit to 2020 when pandemic hit. I did not want to teach or coach like online, like that just didn't suit me. It wasn't who I was. And so I got back into video stuff a little more, and I started doing late night lives on IG out of boredom. Like most people found something out of boredom in 2020, and it led me to getting in contact with Nolan Gorman, who's like first or second rated prospect in the St. Louis Cardinals organization right now. He needed a videographer, and so drove out to Phoenix, met with him, a couple other top prospects, and literally from July to like November, I was filming every single day, or not every day, but every week with a different pitcher, different MLB player, because 2020 season MLB minor leagues was canned. So I was helping guys with their bullpen videos, sending it to their organizations, which in turn led me to shooting hype videos, because most of the videos I was doing were on stationary cameras. And then now I work with Watch Momentum, and, you know, film and edit for Eric Sim now, who's it's amazing. So
That's awesome. Yeah. So you've been doing video like your whole life then, or like most of your life then? Has that
for the most part,
been
like when I was in high school, yeah, I did video stuff just for fun, or at the same time, like if there was ever an opportunity for like us to do instead of an essay, we had to like do a video project, like then I always wanted to do a video. So
I mean, you kept going with it and turned out pretty well.
yeah, no, for sure. I think the interesting thing for me was like I don't have any formal like background on filming. Like I didn't go to school for film and whatever. I always just did it on the side, and yeah, so I just try to have fun with it. You know, it was a passion of mine that I was able to turn into, you know, a job, and yeah, just rolling with it. Now I combine both passions of video and baseball, and you know, I'm around it every single day, every hour. So
And with some pretty entertaining people too every day.
definitely some entertaining people to say the least. So yeah, it's you know, just from different guys that roll through our facility, and then of course Eric being the eccentric personality that he is. So
Yeah. Yeah. So I was going through your YouTube channel.
okay.
I was looking back and I saw that you collect baseball cards from everyone that you come in contact with, every player. Talk a little bit about that. Why did you start to do that? Have you always collected?
So I mean, I had always kind of collected gloves before, just because from playing and coaching and whatnot. And then again, 2020, out of boredom, a friend of mine got me hooked into baseball cards. And so I started just buying up baseball cards, and all of a sudden I was like, what am I going to do with these? Like, they're just going to sit in my room, like collecting dust and whatever. And then all of a sudden, when I started working with all these different pro players, I was like, a lot of these guys have baseball cards. And so for me, I was like, that'd be really sick if I could like get them to cards, and then, you know, be able to display it as like kind of for me, like just, you know, a display of like, these are the guys I've worked with. And so right now the card wall is at my house, because as you guys can kind of see in the background, like we're still doing construction to the facility. So until that's all kind of finished, then I'll bring the card wall back. But yeah, that's all the card collecting for me. Now I collect the Topps 20, or sorry, the Topps like regular flagship series. So series 1, series 2, and update series. So I try to collect those. I finished 2021's all 3 series, and then I have all the cards in Series 1 right now. So waiting for Series 2 and update.
That's awesome. All right, so coach, now it's my turn. I gotta ask a question now. So I'm always gonna call you coach, by the way. Once a coach, always a coach. That's my thing.
That's fine. I appreciate that, Melo.
Yeah. Yeah. You've seen all these Major League Baseball players and stuff. Do you ever stop and say, like, man, like, does it ever hit you? Like, has there been one player in particular where you're like, man, like, I can't believe I just said hi to him, or I just recorded him, or I have his card? Is there anybody like that sticks out?
You know, I everybody in a sense. You know, you and I being Dodgers fans, like,
Freaking
you know, of
right.
course, for me, like, I mean, he's literally sitting over here, but you know, Bauer, and then more so recently this year, Vesia, you know, so it's those guys in particular, like getting close with them, and you know, it's like whoa, like I'm actually working with guys that like I watch on TV, you know. I would say like maybe one of the bigger ones right now, granted from this today, got kind of rocked, but Hunter Green was a big one for me.
Nice.
Just from our area too. It's like always hearing about him. He's like, oh, he's a top like high school player, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden now I'm like, dude, I'm like shooting videos with him. Like, this is like, what has this world come to?
That's really cool. Yeah. That's amazing. It really is, like, because you obviously loving baseball, then this is your career. This is what you're doing every day now, just having fun with baseball.
No, cool. Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm assuming you're a Yankees fan with the Yankees going in the background. So yeah, so like us getting to work with like Aaron Hicks, you know, it's like just different. It's just amazing to work with different guys from different organizations, you know. And so for me, it's like, okay, like, yeah, I'm a Dodgers fan, but like I'm also a baseball fan. And so for me to appreciate that even more now with just working with different guys from different organizations, you know. So
very cool.
Yeah, he never lets you he never lets you he always lets you know that he's a Yankee fan. We never hear the end of it.
Yes.
Hey, that's what Yankees fans do, you know? It's like
it's 27 rings. 27
I was about to say, I was like, he's probably gonna mention 27 somewhere.
No, I hate that, honestly.
No, he's in all seriousness, like he's not crazy and obnoxious like other fans. He's very chill.
No, that's good.
Thanks. Yeah, put your Blue Jays hat on, Bobby.
I do have a Blue Jays hat. See, I'm a baseball fan too.
Yeah.
Kevin, to go back to rewind to your high school days with Melo as a coach, was there any specific pet peeves you had as a coach?
About Melo?
No, not about Melo. Sorry, just as a coach in general.
Wait, ask it one more time.
Was there any pet peeves you had as a coach, really?
No. I will say, kind of a discredit to Glendale High at the time. It's more like they're having pretty good season this year, like past couple seasons I've heard. But at least from when I was there, I will never forget the story, and it's I can't make this up. I literally had a kid come up to me one day and was like, hey, like I'm interested in joining the baseball team. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like we'll have tryouts on this day. Bring your cleats, bring your glove. If you have a bat, like, or otherwise, like we'll have helmets, whatever. And then the kid was like, what do I need a glove for?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I kid you not. And that's like kind of the norm that was coming out of that, was just like there wasn't a ton of like baseball prospects from Little League that were going to Glendale High, at least, you know, because a lot of them went to CV or whatever. But I know the culture's changing there now, but at the same time, I would say like my pet peeve, just like kids coming into it, and not specifically from Glendale High, because I coached at South Pasadena as well, but just kids coming up and thinking that baseball is easy. They're just like, oh, I don't want to do PE, so like baseball is like all they do is stand around, and you know, like I can do that. You know, it's like, no, like that's not what baseball is. I would say that was my biggest pet peeve. But other than that, like I didn't have it like a pet peeve about it. It's all a learning process, because even if you get kids like that come into the program and they actually want to learn, like that was the biggest difference for me. It was like seeing kids that like actually wanted to progress and actually get better at baseball, you know.
That makes sense. Definitely understandable.
That wasn't me, by the way. I just want to put that on the record.
Okay.
That wasn't
We
me.
were
No,
me
that
and
was
Matt
not
were
him.
wondering that.
Yeah.
We didn't want to say it, but we
No.
were definitely.
No, he was Melo. I first met Melo in a PE class that I was teaching.
Yep.
And yeah, then that's where I remember he was like, I don't remember the exact story, but I just remember him just being like, "Oh, you're the baseball coach, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Yeah, can I try out?" And it's like, "Yeah, dude." And then all of a sudden, like I said, it's like seeing him in BP. It was like, dude, he's this big lefty kid. Like, he should be playing. Like, he should not be in PE.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, my hands they hurt for a week after that first tryout because I didn't have gloves.
That's funny. What about? Obviously, you're around Eric Sim, Trevor Bauer, all these very, like we said, very entertaining guys. Was there one day, one moment, one like anything that like really sticks out? Any story, I guess I was gonna say, like any crazy story, like that you're like very appreciative of, like where you are now, like that you're working with these people. Anything that sticks out in mind?
It's every day. Literally every day is brand new. Granted, the last couple of days has been pretty dull. Like it's just editing for me. Because right now it's like Eric's videos are 3 times a week, and then Momentum has like a couple videos a week. So I'm doing most of the editing. But you have that's Austin. But we have like another guy here now that's Cole. But I would every day I'm here. It's something new, and so it's like I'm always in awe. So if you guys follow that guy, Austin Shoemaker, on TikTok and Instagram, like he makes a ton of stuff too. But yeah, I would say like some of the trips that we go on, if we ever go on any trips, it's just like, you know, last year was the most I've ever traveled, and that was mostly with trips with Sim, like going to JUCO World Series, going to Chicago, going to the Field of Dreams. You know, it's like there's just something different, and so like the different connections with having like even what you guys are doing right now of just building content, you know, it's like you don't know who you're going to meet and the opportunities you're going to have, you know. So it's like sometimes it's about just reaching out and saying, hey, can I do this? Or at the same time, it's just, you know, it's you don't know who you're going to get and who you meet. So
Yeah, no, that's a good point though too, because we've, I mean, we really started doing the podcast in January, and we've reached out to a couple like bigger names just to, you know, like shoot our whatever, just to see
yeah.
what's the worst that could happen. They say no, and we built like connections with a couple like bigger guys like Ryan Lavarnway. He's in the minors now, but he's been up and down a bunch. And Xavier Scruggs, he's on the MLB Network. Like we built relationships with them that like we like go back and forth with them a lot now, and it's really cool. Like just reaching out, then like taking things from there. Like it's very cool.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the future of things, is just building content, building your brand. And so for guys that are really interested in that, I think that's what makes them more interesting, but at the same time, like it helps grow the game, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it really is. And that's what we've been trying to do. The more we really get into content, the more we get into content and like working, making videos, whatever it is, podcast, all that stuff. Like that's what, like it's just grinding, really.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you guys' schedule is coming up this summer, Coach, but the All-Star game, it's coming. It's coming to LA. Still here. I don't know what the schedule is, but I should come out. I'll be there.
I don't know any set plans like of public information to give you guys, but a little inside information. We're trying to get there. So we're trying to work it out and see, but yeah, like that's a big thing. Of course, from me being from LA, like I want to be there. So yeah, we're trying to figure that out.
So you're full time in Arizona now, right?
Yes, yeah, full time here with Momentum since November, but I've been Eric's editor since March of last year, videographer editor since last year. So
you're editing all of his stuff then? Basically?
Pretty much everything that goes on his channel is on his YouTube channel is from me. So yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. You guys want to get into the questions that we have?
Yeah, we'll get into the questions.
That wasn't the question portion we were having.
These are fun questions. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
These are questions we ask every guest that we have on here.
So Thank you.
So we'll see.
You want to start, Matt? It doesn't matter.
I'll go ahead. Sure. So, is it have a catch or play a catch?
Play catch.
Play catch. Play a catch. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, good. He's thinking about it.
Yeah. No, you have a catch with somebody, but you play catch as like a mental cue. That's how I think of it. As like
So-
a coach, like I think of like when somebody's like on the mound, hey, just play catch.
Yeah.
You know. But if I'm gonna ask somebody, if I'm gonna ask, hey Melo, you want to have a catch? Like, so that's how I think about it.
Well, that's the wrong answer.
I think no, I kind of agree what he's
No, I like
I
the
get
answer.
what he's saying. They say play catch. Or I think we all say play catch. But
Yeah.
I would also say want to have a catch too.
Mhm.
I don't know.
But I like it because like you actually explained it. Like the other guys you've had on, they just say play catch and they just like make it like that makes sense. Like they don't give any explanation. It's like, okay.
Yeah. Melo, next one.
Better sound, crack of the bat or pop of the glove?
I'm not great at hitting, so pop of the glove.
I knew you were gonna say
It's
that.
all
I
about
knew you were gonna say
small
that.
bunt the ball. So that's yeah. You got Eric Sim over here, lift big.
What
Hey.
the fuck is going on?
What's
going
up, Eric?
on? What's
Look
going
at
on?
Jabroni's like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
That was cool.
Ask him.
Yeah,
ask
I unfortunately have. Oh, ask him. What, Eric? What?
Oh.
He's gonna say the other way.
What about the other?
Is- What the first one?
The first one
question?
too. Ask them both.
Okay. Is it have a catch or play catch?
Play catch.
Atta boy, there we
You gotta
go.
play catch. Who the fuck has a? How can you have a catch? That doesn't fucking make any sense. It's dumb as fuck. Whoever says that should be fucking banned from playing baseball forever. Fucking jabroni.
This is why I'm the anti-sim. And then the question is, which do you prefer, a crack of the bat or a pop of the glove? Actually, that one's a good one for you
That
because
is a
you're a
good one.
catcher.
Bat for sure. I mean, I just recently hit 110 off the bat, exit velo, and that feeling, man, it's sex. It's fucking. It's I don't know much to say that, but it's sex. So that's,
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's
You
that's
guys
what we
got all
expected.
that.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
Oh,
what
that
we
picked-
expected.
That picked up perfect.
Okay.
Hey, check this out. I broke
We broke a golf ball with this long
two of
driver.
them.
Jesus.
Damn.
It's not because he lives big though.
What the?
All right.
Oh man.
Can I challenge Eric to a hit off or something?
You'd lose. And
I know. I lose.
Melo, I love you, but you'd lose.
I'm gonna go hit the
Like
gym.
he
then.
just said, he just hit 110 yesterday. So
Hey,
I'm
Melo's
going
done a lot since the last time you've seen him.
I'm going back to the cage.
He's
Oh,
been
yeah?
turning- he's-
I'm going back to the cage.
you haven't seen him in 3 years. He's actually making he's getting called up by the Dodgers tomorrow.
Yeah.
No. All right, let's finish these off. What's
You asking it, Bobby, or you want me?
I'll ask this. All right. What MLB player would you let your girlfriend cheat on you with? Hypothetical.
We've gotten some fun responses with this one.
It could
well,
be
for me,
oh.
I mean, for me, I would just say Shohei Ohtani, but then I would probably cheat on my girlfriend with Shohei Ohtani. So, I don't know, but I'll make this one interesting. Maybe somebody I've met. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, he's not a major leaguer yet, but he should be. Is Mike Stefanik, because he absolutely rakes. If you guys look up his stats, like he absolutely rakes in the minor leagues for the Angels, and he should be called up. There's absolutely no reason why he shouldn't, but that would be the reason why, is because he is like pretty much like David Fletcher, like he just hits.
Yeah.
And so yeah, but I would say if my girlfriend had to cheat on me with somebody that like would hit at a major league level, it would be him.
All right. Good. I like it. Who's got the last one? Oh wait, never mind.
There's
There's two
two
more.
more.
Sorry,
There's two
sorry,
more.
sorry.
Two more. You're good. I got the next one. If you can change any moment in baseball history, what would it be?
Moment in baseball history. Oh. I'm only looking because of the situation going on here. So that's like one little thing, if people understand. But I don't know. Like an actual like big thing.
Anything Dodgers?
Well, okay, if it's anything Dodgers, it would definitely be just the entire 2017 like World Series.
Yeah.
That's acceptable. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thanks for bringing it back, mommy.
It like it haunts all of us.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Yeah. That's a great question. But yeah, I don't know of any like because giving Armando Galarraga his perfect game.
Okay.
Yep, that's a great one.
Yeah.
All right. One final question here. Sort of the opposite of cheating, your girlfriend cheating on you. What MLB player would you want as your wingman?
I think you have
player as my wingman. Huh. Jeez, that's I don't know.
You're out in the town in Arizona somewhere.
Yeah, some of them are kind of crazy. I don't know. I guess I'd have to have Eric as my wingman, but he's not an MLB player.
What did you say?
They're asking me who would I want as my wingman.
Wingman, of course me. I'm the fucking best wingman in the fucking league. Of course you want me. Everyone wants me as a wingman. I'm the best fucking hype man, wingman that you can fucking possibly think of.
He'd be the perfect wingman too, because he's married and he has a kid, so it's like those are things I'm attaining for. Yeah.
Cut that. My wife might be watching this.
Oh no.
All right. Well, that wraps it up. We'll end.
Anyway, hey, anyone who's listening, $30 to hear the response to that question.
All right, we'll wrap it up right there. Kevin, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for giving us time. Thanks for talking.
Thank you guys. Yeah, no, you guys keep doing your thing. Appreciate you guys for letting me be on here. Melo, was good to see you, and it was
Good
nice
to see you
meet
too,
guys.
Coach.
Yeah, of course. Be good. Thank you.
No, thank you guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, we'll put that in there, and we'll transition, and then, what should I say? Kevin Chan was great, and there it is. There was the interview.
Thank you, Kevin Chan, for doing this.
Thank you, Kevin Chan. Okay. I cannot believe I can't believe they actually came back. That's really bad. All right.
And you said that, and Bobby said that the Phillies are gonna hold on and win too.
Yeah, because I was looking at what the Phillies were doing, and then they were coming back. But all right.
And we get the point.
That was the first thing I saw on Twitter. So
Diaz is in. All right, let's go back.
You have a chance.
Thank you, Kevin Chan. Awesome interview. We end with a little cameo from Eric Sim. That was awesome. It was a pleasure talking to both of them. Very fun. Maybe down the road. Maybe we might see him in the future.
Well, other people in there too, we might see.
Maybe.
You never know.
Maybe not. But all right. What do we want to dive into? You want to talk about the Giants-Dodgers series, Melo?
I mean, Dodgers did what they were supposed to do. They swept both games.
Yeah.
And I tweeted this out. Nobody saw it. Thanks, guys. But no, I'm not saying not you guys, but nobody likes my tweets. But this has been the same story since last October. Giants can't hit Dodgers pitching. They can't. I think they only scored 1 run yesterday and Tuesday, if you go look at it. And then if you go back to the postseason series, they didn't hit in that series either. So I don't want to hear any of these Giants fans bitching about last year about that whole damn, I can't get that out. Yeah, the final game when they got the strikeout call, that was a bad call. I don't want to hear that crap. Yeah, I don't know why that couldn't come out. I don't want to hear that crap because they didn't hit in that series at all, and it's showing again this year. That's all. Had to get that off my chest.
Yeah. All right. Do you guys want to get into some segments?
Yes.
We let
Oh,
Melo
yeah.
rant about the Giants and Dodgers, so we had to let that out. But now let's get into some segments.
Okay.
Let's go back. We debuted this last week. Red light, green light. So basically, we each pick a player or team. Essentially, if we're buying or selling their start to the season, about a month in now. Who wants to go first? And what are we starting with? Mello?
I'll go.
Green light?
I'll go green light.
Here's your green light.
I hate to say this. The Anaheim Angels. Not the LA Angels. MLB, I see that crap you posted the other day. I'm going to send them a hate email too. It is Anaheim Angels. They are off to a good start. And you guys are going to hear me say something I've never said before. I am really enjoying watching Angel games this year. That hurts to say. Yes. I'm going to be honest. I have watched a lot of Angel games this year, including the one today with Shohei. That
Shout
hurts
out
to say.
Shohei. Incredible performance today.
I hope the Halo bros hear that, and I hope they approve of that. I've been watching a lot of Angel games this year.
Wow. That's brave of you.
Yes.
That's brave of you to say. Hats off.
They're fun.
They are.
They're a fun team.
They're incredible. And
They
Shohei.
they don't belong to LA County, but they're fun.
They are.
No, they don't. No.
That green light.
I'm gonna keep going with Melo's trend of giving it to teams are be the most fond of all the time. Except this is in my own division, so hurts even more. Going to the New York Mets, but not the team. We're going to Tyler Mcgill. So Mcgill, he's been off to a pretty outstanding this year, with a 2.43 ERA through 6 games. He's 4-1. Yes, it does pain me to say all this. He's got a sub-1 WHIP so far. Just a phenomenal start, striking out almost 10 batters per game for 9 innings. So, hats off to Tyler Mcgill. I'm buying his season so far.
That again, brave of you to say. That's it.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
it took a little while. Courage.
Okay, fine.
Trend going. Okay,
Okay,
Red
fine.
Sox player or Red Sox.
I have this guy. I've had this guy written down. I'm sticking with Matt's trend here. I'm sticking with the same team as Matt. I'm going Jeff Mcneal. I love watching Jeff
Okay.
McNeal play. He's off to a very, very hot start to begin the season after a pretty not great year last year. But in 2019, and 2020, but no one really counts 2020. But he was batting over 300 last year. He went back down, dropped down to 251. But this year he's just raking again, up to 348 on the season, close to a 900 OPS. That's the guy that the Mets need in that lineup. Consistent base hits. He's very fun to watch. All the guy does is rake, and he's just a lot of fun to watch. And can't believe the two of us picked Mets, but here we are.
You're telling me.
Let's go to red light now. And I'll I'll start off. We'll swing back around. My red light, I'm gonna stick with a player. And I'm gonna go Eric Hosmer. What are you doing, dude? He's what's going on here? I don't know why who he thinks he is all of a sudden, leading the league in batting average. I don't know what year he thinks this is or who he thinks he is. But relax. All right. He's gonna come down to earth eventually. But he's batting 378. Like Eric Hosmer. You don't do that anymore. Relax. I'll give him a month, but other than that, I'm not buying into the Eric Hosmer resurgence in San Diego. I'm sorry, Eric, but I'm not into it.
Interesting. I mean, he like you said, he's been off to an insane start, but I don't know. See, I'm gonna go with a team for my red light. Team. Well, I'll just say the Chicago Cubs team that been off. Like, have the players, they have some exciting names and performance, but also just the fact that they're letting people a little bit with bring in Seiya Suzuki, Marcus Stroman, some names there. There's names there. Ian Happ, who been off to a pretty good start. Ian Happ's been off to a pretty good start so far, but able to put it together. Sitting in, I think, fourth place at 9-15, 3-7 game, and they went at 4-8 at home. So, selling on those Cubs.
Melo?
Cubs are a trendy pick for some teams at the start of the year.
Yeah.
For some people.
I could see them being like I think we might have said this about the Cubs actually in the beginning, that they're gonna be like a spoiler. Did we
Yeah.
say that about the
Yeah,
Cubs?
we did. Yes, we did.
Yeah, I could definitely. I don't know. We'll see. But Melo, your red light here.
Okay, so mine is the New York Yankees. No, I'm just kidding. He's Bobby. We're in sync here. We're gonna stay with the Padres, the show pods. I'm gonna say it. I'm not buying it. Manny Machado, not buying it.
Oh,
Not buying it. Sorry. He's batting 365. I haven't seen that in a while. I'm sorry. Let's see how he performs when Tatis gets back. And knowing that he doesn't have to carry the load. Most of it. Let's see. Let's see how the numbers dip.
I
Don't see it.
wish I said this to you guys earlier today because I promise I was thinking it. But I was looking at Machado's numbers and stuff today for whatever reason. I was just looking at stats, league leaders. And I completely disagree. I'm completely buying in on Manny Machado. I'm all in on Manny Machado right now. Because last year, he showed, I don't know, I instantly thought about last year of him in Tatis's face yelling at him. He's obviously a leader. He's obviously, he wants to win. The Padres are a good team. I'm sorry, Melo, but the Padres are a good team.
They are.
He knows he's trying to win. He's stepping up when their leader in Fernando Tatis Jr. is out. He's stepping up and doing everything in his control to make sure the Padres win. He's obviously a good clubhouse guy. I've heard that before. I think this is going to be a huge year for Manny Machado, and he's not going to hit 364, obviously, but I think I'm all in on this Manny Machado. I think he stays this way for the rest of 2022. I could see him after the collapse last year too. I don't think that happens again. I don't think he allows that to happen again in San Diego.
Okay.
What do you think, Matt?
I agree with you on Machado. I mean, he's due for a resurgence to his Orioles days. I mean, Melo, he played for your Dodgers for what, half a year?
Yeah. He did a couple things. He
But-
really didn't do much.
Didn't he stepped on guys' legs and stuff?
Yeah, he stepped on Jesus Aguilar.
Yes. But yeah, he stepped on a couple ankles and probably hit some home runs, but
Yeah,
nothing.
he didn't run out a double.
Yes. Yeah, that.
Hmm.
But yeah, no. I'm all in on Manny Machado. Melo, I think I completely disagree. But we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. This is what this is all about.
Yeah.
You guys want to stick with another segment? We're a big
Yeah.
segment podcast now. Got 2 more segments. Let's dive into our new segment where we are picking a player that stood out this week, the best player of the week. Atta Boy.
We're giving him an attaboy. Come on.
Who are you giving an Atta Boy to?
Attaboy.
Atta Boy. Matt.
That away.
I'll lead off, sure.
This is yours.
A player, Bobby will like this pick. I'm sure of that.
Oh God.
He is a New York Yankee. We've mentioned him before. Aaron Judge. He's been picking up the slack. He's been hitting this year. Especially here in this last week, he's 8 for 26. 2 goals, a double, 5 home runs, 13, a stolen base. He threw a stolen base in there. He's been the juice that the Yankees needed so far.
Yeah.
I could see him carrying them pretty far this year.
Wow. I appreciate that.
Attaboy, Aaron Judge.
Man, you just made Bobby's month.
Yeah. Melo, you want to go? Are you ready for
Yeah.
Atta Boy?
So I picked him for my fantasy team. And I did say he was going to have a bounce back. Now, obviously, it was just for the week. I need to see more. But I'm so happy that he had a good week. Atta Boy, Christian Yelich. Atta way.
Atta Boy. He
Atta
homered today.
boy. Yeah. This past week, he has hit 368, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Atta boy.
Atta Boy.
We obviously need to see more, but after what the type of season he had last year, it's good. I'm happy. I love Christian Yelich.
Me too. Favorite player in the league right there. All right. So I have 1, but I think I need to say 2.
Don't
And
say
I'll-
Yankee.
I'll explain
don't say
why.
Yankee. Don't say Yankee. Don't say
My
Yankee.
first pick, my first Atta Boy, is going to go. I'm sorry. Carlos Correa.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that.
I'm just gonna go based off his last 7 games. He's batting .379. Ridiculous.
Damn.
11, not really slugging too much, only 1 home run. But he was off to a pretty slow start to begin the year, but now he's finally turning it around for the Minnesota Twins, the first
Your
place
first play. Oh shit, my bad.
whatever, the first place Minnesota Twins, I'll say it. But yeah, shout out Carlos Correa. Because he's a very good baseball player. And Atta Boy, Carlos Correa. And my second one, I was only gonna say him, but since Matt gave me Aaron Judge, I'm gonna change it to the pitching staff. Now, this has been a little bit more than a week, but Zach Wheeler has been hot his
Oh.
past 2 starts. His last start against the Rangers, which was yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. 7 2/3, 7 innings, scoreless baseball. And his start before that was against the Rockies, which was last Thursday. 6 innings, 7 strikeouts again. 2 straight scoreless outings for Zach Wheeler. So, Atta Boy, Zach Wheeler.
He's been doing it for lately. I mean, not exactly to start the season, but
Yeah, but he's picking it back up. Atta Boy, Zach Wheeler. Those are our Atta Boys for the week. There it is.
all right.
And then our last segment of the day, last segment of the podcast. Caught napping. Now this is we're each going to pick a player who deserves more recognition. He's not getting enough credit for what he's doing on the baseball field right now. Who wants to start? Melo, take it away.
Bobby, you told me about this a few days ago. Or you told me this Tuesday night.
I don't know.
So, well, you'll remember once I say it. I'm staying home. Number 7 for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Julio Urias. Why is this guy not getting any more recognition? Now, in all fairness to him, he is probably third best pitcher on that team, behind Bueller and Kershaw.
It's fair to say.
Yeah, the third best. He had another solid performance this past week. 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs against the Giants. I don't know why our manager took him out after 65 pitches.
Yeah,
but
I was confused about that.
I mean, I get it. It's you want to save his arm for the long run, but Julio Urias is my caught napping for the week.
Matt, you got a caught.
I
Who
do.
are you
So
napping on? Who is everyone napping on?
everybody is napping on Christian Yelich's teammate, Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy Tellez, a deep dive. Rowdy, I don't know. I've always liked him. Like a sleeper, super cool guy. He was on the Blue Jays and now, like I said, on the Brewers. So Tellez, comparison of him to Joey, except so far this year, he's been the Rangers Joey Gallo. He's hitting 267, 7 bombs, 21 RBIs, 5 doubles. Don't look at the strikeouts. So in fantasy, if you're losing points for strikeouts. So, but just keep your eye on Rowdy Tellez. Don't sleep on him.
He had a big night last night. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. He set a Brewers record too.
Yeah.
And is that a top 10 name in baseball right now? Rowdy Tellez? That has to be. That's got to be up there.
I mean, yeah,
Top
any
5.
guy with a name. Come on.
Let's get rowdy, baby. Let's get rowdy. My caught napping is from America's team, Seattle Mariners.
Oh,
I could go with a couple guys from the Mariners who have been lighting it up and no one's talking about them, or at least I don't really think so. But I'm going to go with their shortstop, J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford is batting .360 right now with a 1.032 OPS, 4 homers. He's not a big home run guy, but batting .360 May 5th through May 5th. Incredible start for J.P. Crawford. And
Wow.
wake up. Former Philly too, right? Or he was in the
Yeah.
system. He never played with the Phillies, though, right? Did he?
I think maybe he did. Maybe not. He was behind. Yeah, he did. Yep.
Oh.
2017 and 2018.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. But
Played
yes.
72 games there.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, shout out JP Crawford. Start paying attention to these guys because start giving these guys more credit because they're putting up great seasons so far.
Definitely.
So let's get back into the rest of the episode, rest of the storylines from this week. What else didn't we touch on? Well, we could talk about Shohei Ohtani's incredible performance today in Boston.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
weekly
yeah.
Shohei, your weekly praising of Shohei Ohtani continues.
Yes.
I don't mean that as a bad thing.
Oh yeah.
It's well deserved.
7 innings, 11 strikeouts, no walks, 11 strikeouts, 6 hits, I believe, something crazy like that. But and his strike, he threw. Hold on, I want to get the exact number. But I mean, he obviously didn't walk anyone, so his control was amazing today. But sorry, I'm looking at the phone. But he threw 99 pitches and 81 for strikes.
Wow.
Wow.
That's very good.
Yeah, definitely.
Some MLB
That-
show numbers right there.
Yeah, it really is. But incredible performance for Shohei. Where does Shohei Ohtani rank in your guys' opinion in American League pitchers? You could say top whatever. You don't have to say exact.
10.
Top 10?
10
Any
is
lower
what-
or any higher?
Eh. I stay with 10.
I go top 10.
I
I'm
think
trying to think of like pitchers in front of Shohei right now.
the competition in the American League is not very. The starting pitching in the American League is not very deep at all.
Not this year.
No.
Everybody's in the National League.
Yeah. The National League pitchers are so much better than the starting pitcher. Well, probably both, but starting pitchers at least. It's American League is not that deep for elite arms like that. So that's why I feel like 10 is generous, or 10 is not high enough. I
Hmm.
I haven't gone through everyone in my
I mean,
head,
could it
but like,
be recency bias? Because like Shohei had this great performance today.
And Garrett Cole hasn't been off to a hot start for the Yankees.
yeah, and like Lance Lynn isn't pitching right now.
None
He's
of
out.
the White Sox pitchers are pitching right now.
Dylan Cease is. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giolito hasn't got off to a great start. But yeah, it's really not. There really aren't that many.
Shea Bieber.
Yeah, Verlander is Verlander up there too, at this point.
I mean,
Verlander
Verlander
was-
had the one good start opening weekend, but
I thought he had another good start too. I'm pretty sure he
Yeah,
pitched
he
8
has.
innings yesterday. But yeah, no, I was just wondering. Now it just pops into my head where you guys would rank Shohei. But yeah, I could almost make an argument for like top 7-ish, 7 to 10. I think 10 is like 10's fair.
yeah. This is good. All this pitching, all this bad pitching from the American League, it's gonna show in this year's All-Star game. When the National League's gonna go out there and win it.
Yeah, when
We're
you're
gonna
gonna be
throw
there,
it.
right?
Show 'em.
Yeah, we're gonna throw out all our guys. We're gonna throw Kershaw in there. Everybody's gonna go pitch. Scherzer, everybody. We're gonna go win it.
All the
Well-
strictly Dodgers lineup in the
Yes.
field, and then
Yes, we'll take some of Matt's. We'll take some of Matt's Phillies. We'll take them.
Harper and
I want to see that. I want to see Bryce Harper in right field at Dodger Stadium in July, or wherever they stick him.
or DH
DH,
at this point.
Yeah.
because the Dodgers have every other position. So
Yes, exactly. But yeah. Anything else you guys want to touch on before we wrap this up? Am I forgetting anything?
I don't think so.
no,
No final thoughts?
I mean there's A-Rod's stuff, but it's like,
He just talks.
yeah,
We
that's
see-
your
we-
guy,
That guy
world
just
champion with your New York Yankees.
he is. He just loves to hear
Loves to
himself
talk. Yeah,
talk.
that's why we
John-
like David Ortiz better.
Yeah. Well, David Ortiz also likes to talk, but it's just so different.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that wraps up episode 24. Any final thoughts before we wrap it up here?
The Ken Griffey Jr. podcast
Yes.
episode.
Yeah, Griffey. Sorry, Matt, but the uh Phillies are coming to LA next week for a 4-game set.
Fly
Sorry.
Matt out.
You want to come watch me work, Matt? Wanna come-
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
just fly out here. Couple weeks before my graduation.
Oh yeah. But yeah. Shout out to Kevin Chen. Thanks for coming on. Eric Sim for the cameo.
Mhm.
Awesome interview. Great episode. See you guys next week. Peace.
Yep.
See ya.
See you.